You're playing your usual Jenga game.
Yeah.
There's a place for everything and everything must be in its place.
Yeah. The trouble is I keep forgetting which place I put it in. I have a whole host of safe places for everything and I keep moving them.
You alright? It won't be long. Yeah, I know. Beaches. We're going on beaches. We're going on beaches. Yes, we are. We're not chasing any birds though.
She's off, she's bored.
Yeah. So we're at the PINEWOODS camping and caravanning site at the Wells next to the sea, or the Port of Wells just down the road, whichever you want to call it. It's owned by the Holkham Estate actually, and it's quite a nice facility, quite a nice pull-up, quite a nice reception, shop, etc., which we'll get to show you in a little bit of time. The reason why we like it here is the proximity to the sea and the beach walks, and you can walk from here all the way to Holkham Hall, and that's probably our favourite bit of the Norfolk coastline, as I've said earlier on. So Helen's been in to get the reception work done, and we'll go and find a pitch. All done?
All done, very efficient. Yes, we have obviously electric, grey waste and water on the pitch.
Yeah, excellent.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And we have a map.
Yeah.
Something to display in the window to say that we can stay here for a few days, and key fobs for the amenity block when we get there. So
excellent. We
go straight through the barrier,
yeah.
take the immediate left,
yeah.
And then with the second pitch on the right hand side when we've gone through the trees.
Oh, this is the map of the PINEWOODS site. So we're down here, and if we walk through the site there, we can get out there. Just outside the campsite, you've got this beautiful walk through the woods.
This is one of my favourite places. I love the walk to the beach. The beach is probably one of the best I've ever been on. Holkham in that direction, Wells in that direction, with the fantastic beach huts, beautiful sand and great views. One of the many things that Wells is famous for is its beach huts that line all the seafront just here. Now some of them are owned by PINEWOODS and you can rent them for the day. Others are privately owned and go for in excess of £60,000 plus when they come up for sale. I guess that's pretty expensive for a little hut by the beach. Wells is also famous for its beach and its sand. Today, the sea is right out there and it'll take quite a while to walk there. But the one thing you have to remember is always check the tide times, because it does come in all the way up here and you don't want to get caught out by a quickly advancing tide. The other great thing about this beach is that most of it's dog friendly. They do occasionally cordon some of it off if they have nesting birds, and just up towards the lifeboat station you can't take the dogs up there, but the rest of it they've got free roam and free access to the wonderful beach and a swim in the sea if they want it. Excuse me.
That's because we need to get on playing ball.
Poppy. She merges in with the sand, you can't see her, can you? Come here. So it's very well signposted. If you come over from the main car park, which is just up the steps behind, come down to the lifeguard huts, you can see from the sign here, no dogs area and the dog area.
It's one of the things that camping, caravanning and motorhoming has always taught me, is you don't actually have to go very far from home to have a wonderful experience.
Behind me is the tide times. That's really important here in Norfolk. There's a lifeboat station here at Wells, and it's one of the busiest inshore lifeboat stations in the country. It's notorious for people to get caught out by the tides. So if you do come here, particularly along the North Norfolk coast, where there's water inlets and places that you think it's quite safe to walk out to, the tide does come in really quickly. So check out the tide times, either online or what you can see displayed around.
Ice cream. Beach cafe. Awesome. This is the brand new Wells lifeboat station. It's got a brand new boat as well this year.
It's called the Duke of Edinburgh, and it was named last week. I think it was the Duke of Gloucester came up, and the boat is named the Duke of Edinburgh. You can see behind me is the actual main town of Wells, and you can walk along the embankments all the way from the beach car park all the way into the town itself. It's probably not far off a mile, I would say, and there is a bus shuttle service that works throughout the season that takes you from the beach car park into town. Just one thing to add to that, if you do that walk when it's dark, it's not lit, so make sure you've got a torch with you.
The Wells have a D-class inshore lifeboat with a crew capacity of 3. Can run for 3 hours at 25 knots. The boat length is 5 metres, and this is the boat that's busy fetching people off of sandbanks that have got stuck and cut off. But it's also got its brand new Shannon class all-weather lifeboat. It's got a 6 capacity, a range of 250 miles.
Oh, good morning. Nice cup of coffee to get the day started. Had a really good night's sleep last night. It's really peaceful here. No noise at all, no road noise, just the gentle wind going through the trees. It was very, very relaxing. This morning, we're going to be having a walk into Wells. We're going to go and have a look at the harbour, the port, and there's a few sorts of streets in Wells that we've not explored, that we've been down when we've driven here, but we've never walked down them. And there looks to be some really nice independent shops, 1 or 2 places where you might be able to get a coffee and a cake. If you look all the way around the harbour, you can see that this is still a working port. And if you come down at the right time of day, you can see the fishermen landing the catch. And on the seafront today, there's all the places that sell cockles, crayfish, you name it. You can buy everything on the seafront if you come down at the right time.
Uh-oh.
A lighthouse. Can I resist?
Because that's what we need.
I was like another lighthouse.
We need another lighthouse, that's what we need. Because we don't have enough lighthouses.
I can't help it, I have a lighthouse fixation. I think they're fantastic.
You do? Some lovely shops up here. There's a couple of galleries. Oh, yeah, I don't quite like him.
Yes. You might do it £695.
Oh yeah, that would do it. I don't like him that much.
No, I know.
This is an impromptu stop, but a very welcome one.
It is. We're at the Globe Inn on Butlins Park, which is a bit of a different area from Wells that we've not been to before. We're a fair few streets back from the seafront, and we've walked up, I think it's Station Street, that has all the independent shops, and we've just come across this place here. So we thought it would be very rude not to have half a lager in the sunshine.
These clabs are amazing. Quite sure whether aviators would like them or not. They are amazing. The big Norfolk skies. Morning.
Good morning.
Well, somebody, shall we say, didn't get up yesterday morning for the pre-breakfast run, but we're a full team today.
We are. We're going in numbers.
Yeah, so down the coastal path to Holkham, probably turn around somewhere up there, come back, and then back for breakfast, and then to attack the day. Well, it's hot, kid.
It's very warm. Yeah, 25 degrees in the sunshine. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Not much shade either.
There's some suggestion of thunderstorms later on.
Yes. Yeah, keep an eye out for it though.
Yeah. So what do you think of PINEWOODS then?
I think PINEWOODS is very good. I think it's on the more expensive side of caravanning and motorhoming. But I think if you want to explore Wells and you've without any other form of transport, then I think it's a great location to be. You can walk to the beach very easily. You can walk into Wells quite straightforward. There's shops, there's fish and chip shops, there's restaurants, there's everything you need. So I think if you want to come here, then I think this is a good place to choose to explore Wells. The site's good. I think there's about 117 pictures on Spoonbill Drift. There's a shop here. There's various kiosk concessions that come at night, so you can get pizza or you can get waffles and things like that, depending on what night of the week it is. Shower and toilet facilities are quite good. So yeah, I think it's an ideal location to explore North Norfolk.
Well, good morning. It's home day today. We're just taking Poppy out for one last run on the beach, and then we're going to pack up and head out to Pines. It's been a fairly good couple of days, really, to be fair. We didn't film a lot yesterday, principally because it was very hot, and we ended up with basically taking a bit of shelter in the afternoon. Poppy was under the van for most of the afternoon. We were just sort of sat in the bit of shade that we could get, so probably the warmest day of the year for us so far. So we didn't really stroll out too much, but nevertheless, it was all right. This morning we're off for a walk back out down the coastal path, straight onto the beach, trying to get us 10,000 steps in. It's not a running day today, so we're going to crack on with the walking.
Dog exercise time this morning.
Yeah, dog exercise time it is. It's a beautiful sight, this. One of the most favourite in the Norfolk coast. When you come out the trees and into the coastline, it's a beautiful sight. Come on then. Incoming. There's my girl. There's my girl. Good girl, my girl. Off you go. I always take a picture of these beach huts every time we come down, because I find the light is different every time you come, and it shows the colours differently on the beach huts. And some of these actually could do with a lick of paint, but nevertheless, I still think they are impressive. Stood there, statue-like, guardians of the beach. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our 2 or 3 days at Wells next to the sea. Not to be confused with Wells in Somerset.
Yeah, near Bath.
Yeah.
Is it near Bath?
I think it's not far away from there.
Yeah.
So different place altogether on the Norfolk coast in the UK. I've had a wonderful few days. Dog's barking because it wants to play with its ball and we're talking to you. On that, we'll sign off. We'll say Martin out.
Helen out.